honestly, I feel like the biggest purpose that my channel serves, aside from just basic information, which I feel like can only go so far, is to provide people with a footing to know what questions that they want or need to ask their doctor, and also to provide a baseline expectation for what they should get from their doctor. And I certainly would never, and hopefully have never, made it seem that I am always good at this, because we're all human and I'm not good at it all the time either. But you should have a baseline expectation that you're going to be heard when you go to the doctor, and that you are going to be appropriately counseled and cared for. And I think that having a bit of information, even if it's not even relevant to what you are there for, if it's just like a little bit of knowledge on a topic, can go a really long way in helping people to advocate for themselves. And I wish we lived in a world where you didn't have to advocate for yourself and your doctor would just treat you the way that you need to be treated no matter what. But I do think that having that kind of information provides a footing for people. And I hope that that's what people get out of my videos, because I have in the past, only a handful of times, but I have had people criticize the fact that I do some content that is a bit more, obviously, if you know anything about the internet, it's targeted towards like algorithmic views and things like that. And it's not all purely educational. And people have said like, oh, you know, she tries to fake being quirky and stuff like that. And I mean, I don't think anything I do on the channel is fake. I obviously am not like that all the time, especially my early videos. It is a subset of my personality, but nobody's showing their entire personality in a set of YouTube videos. But I think it's really important for at least some of us who make content on the internet to understand the algorithm, which is a lot of why I like making social media pages, is like I have an inherent interest in social media marketing and learning about things like that. But also, my goal is to educate as many people as possible. So it makes sense for me to also do some kind of entertaining videos that hit the algorithm right to improve how many people, increase how many people I can reach with information. I always tell people that my goal is to look at people who are spreading bad information, because there's some people who spread misinformation and they are so good at it. They're so efficient at it. And I have to be as efficient as the people who spread misinformation, which means that inherently, sometimes I'm going to have to be a little bit clickbaity. It's never actual clickbait. You always get what's in the title and thumbnail, but sometimes I'm going to have to be a little bit emotional. Sometimes I'm going to have to be a little bit animated. Sometimes I'm going to have to be a little bit silly. I have to use any tactic that they're using, because I'm doing a disservice to my time on the internet, the free time that I put into this, the people who need to see the information, if I'm not spreading information at least as well as the people who spread bad information. Does that make sense? Loving the long form content. Can't listen right now because I'm babysitting, but I can't wait until I watch one. Oh, we're very happy you're here. Fighting a good fight. Thank you. Thank you. I think you do. Your funny videos are very good. I love your sense of humor. Thank you. Anybody who's been on the channel long enough knows that there is approximately one way to my heart, and it is to tell me I'm funny because usually I'm probably not very funny very often, but you can even lie and I don't care. I've given you all the keys to the castle now. You all are telling me I'm funny. Yeah, I don't know. It's not clickbait. I mean, technically by the definition of clickbait, it's not clickbait, but you do occasionally see where, you know, I've said something a bit outrageous in the title and it might make you think something else, but it actually works with the video, even though it might have made your head go somewhere else. My first video that really like sent the channel into growth spiral is a good example, because it was a didn't know I was pregnant reaction, and the face I made in the thumbnail was rather unintentional in the way that I did it, because I was still learning how YouTube worked. Looking back at it, I could see that the thumbnail I made it look like I was going to say that this person was an idiot for not knowing that they were pregnant. And then that's not what happened at all. And I think that it was one of the reasons that video kind of started growing really quickly.